Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game, Season 2, Episode 66. We are live in Louisiana at the John M. Parker Coliseum in front of 5,779 screaming NXT fanatics. Let's get straight to the action. We're going to start open with our normal showing the announcers at the announce booth here. 58C- is just to get the announcers on TV and everyone to know exactly who's calling the show tonight. Next, Andrade Strong, one of the three men in the triple threat fatal three-way for the #1 contendership to the NXT Heavyweight Championship of the World, will take on Tyler Bate in the opening match. We see Andrade and Masada on their way to the ring, and I hope Tyler Bate is ready. Tyler clearly has pissed off Triple H just based on his association with Pete Dunn, the NXT UK champion, as he'll have to get in the ring and face the former NXT Heavyweight champion just 2 days away from NXT Takeover Rival. 75B- is almost as going to take on Tyler Bate here. They're not going to be in a program together, so I want to see what I got. I want to see what Tyler Bate can do against a top flight worker like Almas. Alright, and about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Andrade Cien almost defeats Tyler Bate in 9:20 by pinfall with a Brilliante driver after distraction from Pete Dunn. Tyler Bate with a 60, almost with a 77, no worker improvements, but a 73B- is about what I was expecting. They're both very good workers, but just almost is so much more over than Bate is. After the bell sound, almost picks up the win, Tyler Bate doing the honors on his back. As the camera shifts, almost catches Pete Dunn in the corner smirking, clearly having distraction Bate, which led to the victory for Andrade Cien Almas. Almas looks at Dunn, not totally happy he interfered. However, it's Almas, so let's be a realistic person here. He could really care less. Dunn walks by Almas arrogantly and looks at Bate and picks up Bate, shoving the NXT UK Championship in his face. Dunn continues to do this until Bate is above to hit a backhand slap on the jaw of Pete Dunn, which sends him onto his ass. Dunn quickly gets back up and sprints at Bate, but Bate pulls down the top rope and sends Almas flying over the top rope, match to the fans' delight. Tyler Bate now has grabbed the NXT UK Championship. Dunn goes crazy as Bate holds the title up. The two will be meeting at NXT Takeover Rival for the NXT UK Championship. An 84B+ here for Tyler Bate and Pete Dunn, with Andrade Cien Almas bringing it up. So Manifest Destiny has advanced. I'm very happy. No worker improvements. A 36D-. The Velveteen Dream makes a spectacular entrance, folks. Patrick Clark, the Velveteen Dream, is not over, but we are working on it because I want to give him a big push. I really like his character, and I think he's very good in the ring, actually. Alright, so in an extremely short match, the extremely over, well, not extremely over, but the Velveteen Dream defeats the local jumper Marty Gold in 304 with a power line. A 51 for Marty Gold, 42 for the Velveteen Dream. No skill improvements, but Velveteen Dream gets a victory over the local jobber Marty Gold in 51D+ rating. Remember, local jobber Marty Gold isn't anyone of note. He's just a local jobber that I wanted to give a mask to and call him Marty Gold. That's it. The L-Ring Alliance is shown entering the building. They'll be a part of a huge 8-person 16 tag match tonight as they take on Bobby Roode, Ember Moon, and the Revival. So, a big match tonight, and the L-Ring Alliance is in the house. Alright, in a decent match, No Way Jose defeats Masada in 7:25 with a sit-down crucifix powerbomb. No Way Jose with a 66, Masada with a 51. He's performing a performance that is No Way Jose, so that's great. 64C here. A celebration by No Way Jose after the match. He's not on the card, folks, for NXT Takeover Rival, so we're just giving him a win before the Takeover Special. 76B- for No Way Jose. Alright. Next up, the camera pans to showing Titus O'Neil in the back with Triple H, followed by the NXT UK champion, Pete Dunn, walk in. The fans boo. O'Neil tells the boss it's good to see him and asks what he can do for him tonight. Triple H says not much, that it actually appears everything is running well, and he must admit he had tons of good matches on for the card. Triple H asks Titus why he's only got 6 matches booked for NXT Takeover Rival, and Titus replies with he was just letting the action play out. Titus adds as in addition he has the 5-on-5 Junior Showcase match, which he officially books as of 20 minutes ago and is bumped to the main card, so 7 matches. 10 if you include the pre-kill match of Cedric Alexander and TJP, Liv Morgan and Nikki Cross, and for some reason I'm deciding to be generous and give the local martyr jobber Marty Gold a rematch against the Velveteen Dream. Triple H seems to care, but then doesn't. Triple H says Pete needs to open the show. He has other business to attend to that evening. Titus nods, confused. So, Triple H was a suburb working without a script. Titus O'Neil clearly enjoyed it. Triple H was a real star. 80B, that's great. There is no skill improvements, but Tyler Bate, what could that be all about? Being in the opening match because he has other business to attend to. I'm really not sure what that's about. Or am I? And the local jobber Marty Gold wants a rematch against the Velveteen Dream. This is a way just to get the Velveteen Dream another win, hopefully a boost in popularity, and to get him on the NXT Takeover Rival card. Without beating any of my guys that I haven't built up. So, 80B here tonight between these three guys. Next, in a decent match, Mrs NXT defeats Bayley at 11:16 with a pinfall following a top rope leg drop after a distraction from Peyton Royce. Mrs. and Mr. NXT are a very card combination, do not click at all. Well, that's unfortunate because they're married. Mr. NXT, though, did good work at ringside. Bayley is getting better at his gimmick. Bayley had a performance of 57, Mrs. NXT with a 41, so it could have been better, could have been worse, not horrible. 55 C-. Not bad. Peyton Royce distracted, though, and that's how Mrs. NXT beat the NXT Women's Champion. Mrs. NXT rolls out of the ring, though, and lets Bayley sit up and stare at Peyton Royce after she caused the distraction. The two will meet just 2 days away at NXT Takeover Rival for the NXT Women's Championship, and obviously this is supposed to be Mrs. NXT. My bad. She's getting better at gimmick. That is Bayley. 66 C+. Next, we get a video hyping DIY taking on the Elite with a special partner. Voiceovers, Johnny Gargano. It's been far too long since the ship has been sailing on the right side of NXT. Tommaso Ciampa says far too long, and come Saturday, DIY says it's going to prove that doing it yourself is the way to go. More voiceovers now from the Elite. When it comes down to it, DIY just can't stand it. Can't stand that they aren't Elite. This has been going on for months. What is this nonsense? Another match with these guys? House what? What are they calling themselves? DIY says in 2 days. Elite says in 2 days. DIY says we show the Elite what the strong hand of the law feels like. The Elite says in 2 days we end DIY for good. The scene ends. So this is an 892A. Absolutely fantastic. Gargano, Ciampa, Omega, the Young Bucks. Fucking amazing hype. House, I don't know. House of NXT. House NXT. I'm still not sold on the stable name. On the faction name. I am not sold on what I'm going to be calling it. It's going to be something House. Like the Game of Thrones. House Stark, House Lannister, House Baratheon. House something. House of Law, maybe? I don't know. We're going to call it something, though. I'll have it by TakeOver. I'll think on it. But Gargano and Ciampa looking for that partner. A good guy to team up. Well, one of the best guys to team up with Gargano and Ciampa DIY to take on the Elite. So 92A, absolutely popping. Coming up next, and about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction, Bobby Roode, Ember Moon, and the Revival defeat the El Ring Alliance in 15:49 when Dawson defeated Ruby Riott by pinfall with a leg hook Saito suplex. Scott Dawson, that's right, pins a woman in the match on accident. I'm not going to go back and rerun it, but we're going to say that Scott Dawson pinned, I guess, you know what? No, we're going to go with it. Scott Dawson pinned Ruby Riott after Ember Moon hit him. I don't know. Scott Dawson gets the victory over Ruby Riott. I apologize. We were supposed to have ACOM go over Dash here. I don't know what happened. I do know what happened, but I had to go back and rerun the show. But either way, we're not going to change it. Scott Dawson gets the victory over Ruby Riott here. 71 for Dawson, 65 for Dash, Ember Moon with a 50, Roode for 72, Ruby and Brodus with a 56 and 57, 78 and 76 for our always solid ACOM and Razor. Both storylines have advanced in this segment. No skill improvements, but a 70C is much more than I was expecting from this match, so I'm happy. We see Roderick Strong, the NXT Junior Heavyweight Champion, getting ready for the main event, in which he takes on the NXT Heavyweight Champion, Mr. NXT. We split screen to seeing Mr. and Mrs. NXT hand in hand. Mrs. NXT tired, but holding the NXT Heavyweight Championship on her shoulder as the two walk down the backstage area focused. They get Roderick Strong coming up next. 85B+, Roddy and Mr. NXT are not going to be in the program, but I'm going to put them in a match. The NXT Heavyweight Champion versus the NXT Junior Champion in the main event. A big recap now, guys. I'm going to recap exactly this entire thing here. It shows Almost Season 2 premiere cashing in his rematch against Roode. It shows Roode accepting, Masada jumping him prior to the match, and Andrade winning the NXT Heavyweight Championship. It then shows on the same show, Roode cashing in his rematch, winning the title back in the main event, celebrating, only to have Mr. NXT run in and become the new NXT Heavyweight Champion thanks to the debuting better half, Mrs. NXT. And this shows Brodus Clay, now going by Brodus Clay, return to NXT as a member of the El Ring Alliance, and using the contract Regal gave the authors of Pain and El Ring for a title shot whenever they wanted it due to their tag team dominance. We thought it was going to be ACOM and Razor, but no, it's Brodus, the newest member of the El Ring Alliance, steals the title, puts the paper in the mouth, which Ruby Riott does, of Mr. NXT, and says he wants a shot. All had a claim, and now all will face off at NXT Takeover Rival in a #1 contenders match to face Mr. NXT. So an 83B+, that was a lot to read. Triple threat between three top contenders. We also had Adam Cole defeat, I believe it was Andrade Santos, Adam Cole defeated, I believe it was Andrade Santos not too long ago as well to make himself in the conversation. Drew McIntyre just lost that all. He's in the conversation. We have lots of people who are better, are really atop the card and have a shot and a claim to be made. Mrs. NXT is getting better at his gimmick, but better announcing. Almost was good. Of course, he's our superstar, and Mrs. NXT came across well. Mr. and Mrs. NXT is showing more charisma and performance skills. That's great. 83B+. Next, we get a video package for NXT Takeover Rival between the authors and the authors of Pain and the Revival. It shows highlights and clips of the last few months. Lastly, the brawl just weeks ago. The Revival will be getting a shot at the Authors of Pain and the NXT Tag Team Championships. But can the top guys take the titles? An 86B+, great rating. Razor and Paul Ellering have great chemistry. Our announcers were awful. That's not great. Deserve better announcing. Akon was good. Razor was good. Of course, the Authors of Pain have been absolutely amazing in this save. 86B+. But let's get to the main event between the top two champions in our promotion. Fucking great, amazing, and about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Roderick Strong defeated Mr NXT in 14:51 by pinfall with a sick kick. Roderick Strong defeats Mr NXT, your NXT Heavyweight Champion, and good lord, is Mr NXT thankful to be the NXT Heavyweight Champion right now because he's on one hell of a losing streak. He can't stay focused. He just got his title back. He's not focused on the championship. He's all over the place. Misses NXT's at ringside. Stuff is changing. He's looking over his shoulder. He has 4 contenders. Distractions. Everything. Mr. NXT just paranoid as hell. Gets the loss by Roderick Strong in the middle of the ring. A sick kick. And your NXT Junior Weight Heavyweight Champion defeated your NXT Heavyweight Champion. Now, I did this for a reason. The NXT Heavyweight Champion is the top title. Okay, it is. The Junior Heavyweight title is the secondary title. It is, but I wanted to make a point in proving that the NXT Junior Heavyweight Championship, while it's a little bit below, it's not really that much below. It's not that far below. It's more defined on weight limits. So these guys who are the champions in that division can surely compete and move up to the heavyweight division eventually. And that's why Roddy Strong went over Mr. NXT here. Mr. NXT is getting his gimmick stale, 67 and 71. That's absolutely fantastic. There was no skill improvement. 75 B-, maybe one of our best matches, one of our best matches ever. And your NXT Junior Heavyweight Champion on the Go Home show, no less. Now, Roddy will be facing Ty Dillinger. Mr. NXT will not be wrestling on this pay-per-view. So, whatever. Lucky for him because he's on a losing streak. He needs to get his mind right. But Mr. NXT takes a loss to Roddy Strong. Let's see what our rating was. 80? 80. Absolutely fantastic. The show increased our popularity in 45 regions. Fantastic. This was NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 66. The next time you hear my lovely voice, it'll be at NXT Takeover Rival, where we'll see who the Elite will be taking on in terms of who's in DIY's corner. We have, just so many matches going on. We're going to have the triple threat. We're going to have Revival versus AOP, Peyton Royce versus Bayley. We have a lot of other matches going on that I'm just forgetting right now because I don't have it in front of me. But the show's going to be absolutely packed. It's going to be a smaller card, only 7 matches on this card, a couple pre-show matches. But this was NXT The Game, Season 2, Episode 66. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm very, very, very excited to present Rival because you guys are going to love who I'm bringing in to partner with DIY. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a glorious day.